The same day LeBron said, he'd like to play with Steph Curry. And then I asked Steph if he wanted to play with LeBron.
You hear what your boy said?
Who?
Uh-oh. You hear what your boy said?
Who, my boy?
Take a listen.
Who else you want to play with?
In today's game, Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Steph Curry's the one that I want to play with.
Oh, shoot.
The chef. You know what? Hey, he might want to play with you next weekend now.
That is phenomenal. When did he say that? Was that on the shop?
Yeah.
I guess his latest one, yeah.
No. Well, we got his wish. So he's the captain. He's picked me the last two All-Star games. So I don't know if that suffices, but I'm good right now.
How's that make you feel, though?
Good right now. I mean, whenever you get the interest or curiosity of what it would be like to play with, arguably, MVP kind of caliber dude like he is, and one greatest of all time. Cool. Like, it's amazing.
Right.
We all can live in that fantasy world, though.
All right, so 4 years ago he was cool. He might not be cool now. Maybe he's ready for him.
That was a well-played answer by Steph.
Of course.
He is so media trade.
Yeah.
You see All-Star game like, hey, man, he has picked me as a captain.
And that was clearly before the Olympics. They played together before the Olympics.
And they had a great time in the Olympics.
Yep.
And Steph even says, like, boy, this was a blast. Then he had to come back to the Warriors, and it was a struggle. I think Steph is open to this.
Oh, I got to believe he is. Like, I don't think it would have even gotten this far if Steph said to Lacob and Dunleavy, this is stupid.
How much of a role do you think Steph plays in this? In the recruitment,
I think Steph,
in the organization, building the team and all that?
I think Steph has as big a role as Draymond. He just doesn't talk about it, like Draymond does. But, yeah, I think they run everything by Curry. But I think he's more, I trust you guys, do your thing. I get it. I get where we're I think he understands where they are. And like with Curry, I do think he's somebody who may think, okay, get LeBron in here for a year or two. It won't sabotage the future. It won't be like selfish.
Right.
So that's the one thing. If you can do it without giving up assets, it's probably something that this organization right here and now would do.
Yeah, I know you're going to take some calls here, but the allure, I'm thinking of Steph. And he says some things like, man, I want to play some meaningful basketball. I want to play meaningful basketball. Now, I know we got to get back to basics and we have to stop talking about being a championship contender. But I have to think Steph playing at the level that he played at last season. And he was compromised, there's no doubt, but he still has some juice. And he still could scare the living hell out of the defense. And we had those games in San Antonio, and obviously the runners need took place. You got to think that he wants to play meaningful basketball. And if this means he's going to play meaningful basketball, I think he's all on board. I think he's all on board for this if LeBron James decides to come here to the Bay Area.
I think it's a good point. I think also when we hear Steph say meaningful basketball, we're thinking about the playoffs. I think it's even bigger than that. I think he wants to play regular season games where he knows they're not an 11th seed,
right,
playing for a play-in spot where he knows they can't really go anywhere. He'd like to play a full season where, they get back to high 40s in wins and maybe getting up to 4 or something like that and giving themselves a real chance. Mm-hmm. I think that's got a lot to do with it, too. Let's go to Manny. Manny's in Houston. Oh.
Is he at the game? Oh, no, they're playing in Dallas.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Hey, Manny, what's up?
What's up, fellas? Steinmetz, Big Brain Bonte. Good to speak to you guys. I hear you every day. I'm on the Odyssey app all throughout the day, 24/7.
Thank you.
So, guys, hopefully I don't take too much of your time, but I had this thought because, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't really hear this person's name in trade talks to us at least. And again, maybe I'm wrong, but what's going on with Brandon Ingram on the Warriors? Because, we look at Jimmy as like that 1B for Steph, but he's like Dre. He's a facilitator. He's great on defense, but he's not that type of person to scare defense and go nuclear either next to Steph or when Steph's having an off night. And I mean, isn't a 28-year-old 6'8" wing that played 77 games last year for Toronto, scoring 21.5 on 47, 38, 82 splits? And might I add, he's on a $40 million contract this year with a player option next year.
Yep.
So they're already talking about trading him to the Clippers for Kawhi and adding Grady Dick and a draft pick. So, two-parter. I mean, would you guys do a deal, Jimmy, for Grady Dick and B.I.? And would you attach a pick or two to be able to incline them if they're already looking at giving up one of their picks to go get a Kawhi Leonard?
I hear what you're saying. That's interesting. What do you think of Ingram, Bonte?
I was just pulling up his numbers. I was high on him with the Pelicans. Thought he was coming around, right? He finally made an All-Star game, I believe. I don't know. Was that with Toronto he made the All-Star game? Maybe it was with Toronto. But he seems like an ISO type of player. Like, he doesn't feel like a player that Steve Kerr would
Two-time
love.
All-Star.
Two-time All-Star,
Once
right?
with
Pelicans
and with Toronto last year, yeah.
So last year, for whatever reason, he played in 77 games. To go back to that first round 2 years against Cleveland, and something didn't click. Something was just off. And I don't know if it's the personnel around him, but he seems like a ball-dominant player who has trouble staying healthy at times. And although he played 77 games last season, look at the year before, 18 games.
Yep.
The year before that, 64. The year before that, 45. The year before that, 55. He's got that thin frame. And Grady Dick, I just haven't seen enough of him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a shooter, obviously. The thing about Ingram, sometimes he just floats a little too much for him. He's got a little Wiggins in him.
Just disappears, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But can he defend like Wiggins?
I mean, he's got the ability to defend like Wiggins. To me, it's saying like he's got some motor issues.
Yeah, I'm now.
But on a team like this, like he's kind of guy, he feels like he's okay being a third option, taking 16 shots a night or something like that.
And you're flipping a player who's not playing. So you're getting two players who are going to play. And young players at that. But I'm kind of down on it. I'm not as high on Ingram as some other people.
Yeah. Christian's in Fairfield. Real quick, you're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM and HD1 San Francisco. An Odyssey sports station, always live on the free Odyssey app, now broadcasting from the Laughing Monk Studios. What's up, Christian? How you doing, my man?
Hey, what's up, Steiny? What's up, Bonte?
What's up, baby?
Chilling. Hey, Steiny, I met Bonte at La Taqueria San Bruno a couple of weeks ago. Bonte's a real one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
We had a good chat.
Christian could hoop. He played at SF State.
I've heard some great things about Christian. My boy Chuck, who does the shot clock with the Warriors and the Valkyries.
Chuck Johnson?
Chuck Howard.
Chuck Howard.
Yeah. Said some great things about you, Christian.
Yeah, Charles, that's my guy. That's what's up. But I got a better trade because I'm with LeBron coming. I think that the 5 championship thing. These guys are 40. That's over with. These guys, they're not in their prime. You can't be like whose legacy's tarnished. I think that's irrelevant. But the perimeter defense is what scares me. Even if you get Simons or Sexton, they're not defenders. So I don't think they can wait for Jimmy either to be a good, like you said, Steiny, they'll be like a playing team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'd move off of Jimmy. I'd call Portland because they got 4 point guards now with Dame, Ja, Drew Holiday, and Scoot. And I'd call them and say, hey, take Jimmy. The owner's cheap. His contract is expiring. And give us Drew Holiday and Scoot. And then in free agency, get a guy like Grimes and then Wagner's brother. So you have just quality NBA players instead of G Leaguers. So when these guys sit, if it's a back-to-back or if they get hurt when they're old, they can throw out guys. The non-Steph minutes, they can throw out guys, and they'll be more competitive. And then if they get in the playoffs, to me, that's a scary playoff team. But without perimeter defense, you're just going to get more excitement than last year, but I don't see them getting very much farther than last year.
Yeah, I think a lot of good stuff there, Christian.
Right.
Appreciate it. What was I saying about Portland? Yeah, they got 4 point guards. I think the Warriors would probably go after Drew Holiday before anybody else because, Scoot Henderson's only 23. What do they want with him?
Scoot ascended last season.
He did.
He had a good little run. They've got to make a move at Portland. That's another team. We talk about the Lakers having $52 million. What is Portland going to do? They're not going into the season with Ja, Dame, Drew, and Scoot. I mean, they've got to make a move.
Yeah.
And they brought back Robert Williams, and I like their center combination with Klingon and Time Lord. You got Avia, obviously. What will they do? Well, I mean, they got Shayton Sharp, who they may be down on.
It feels like they they've still got work to do. Not obviously to get better, but they've got a glut on their roster that they're going to have to deal with. Let's go to Paul. Paul's in Palo Alto. What's up, Paul? How you doing?
What's up, guys? Love the show today. Kind of a fun show for what we've been experiencing the last couple of years as Dubs fans. And I had a question about what do you think the roster might look like? I'm just going to go ahead and put LeBron on the Warriors just for the sake of having some fun. But I don't really see LeBron playing with a guy like Pods on the court. I mean, forgive me if that's kind of harsh on Pods, but what can we expect to see? The Warriors have a little bit of wiggle room. Like I would like to see a guy like Santos get shifts off, but maybe a guy like Pods, something like that still. Just curious as to what can we expect the GM to pull in his first move as a Warrior.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, if you can get LeBron, does that make you more likely to say, well, let's bring Payton back? You know what I mean?
Right.
As opposed to, well, let's go get a new player in here and bring him back.
Right.
Like, in a way, I could almost see if they get LeBron, then they'll bring Payton back.
Right. Right.
I don't know why I make that connection, but it'd just be easier with fewer moving parts. And
maybe it's because Payton knows how to play with guys and he knows how to play off the basketball, where LeBron or Draymond will have the ball in their hands. And when Jimmy comes back, if he comes back at all this season, he'll have the ball in his hands. Payton plays well off those guys. And you know what? Post All-Star break, he started shooting the three a lot better. From the corner, he'll be wide open, cutting to the basket, dunking on dudes' heads. He knows his role, and he's a guy where you can give him 14 minutes one night. He may play 8 the next night, and it's going to be a cheap deal. The Pods angle is very interesting because Pods, and I'm not sure, maybe Evan knows a date, of when he's eligible for an extension. That's coming up, and that's going to be a conversation that we'll be having, whether it's here at NBC, 95.7, wherever, but do the Warriors say, you know what, maybe we could flip him for another big, maybe we flip him for a wing. The Pods angle is interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you know, some people are going to go nuts, but like when I think of what a Pods extension looks like, to me, it's sitting between 15 and 20, maybe 18 and 22.
Right.
Which sounds like a lot. It's, you know, it's the going rate for like a fifth or sixth, Harrison Barnes. Who did I see? Wiggins. Look at Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins starts for the Miami Heat, but he's a veteran now, and he took essentially, 20 mil?
20 mil, 3 for 64.
Yeah.
Yep. Champagny, 3 for 45.
Yeah. So, to me, I know Warrior fans will, 20's a touch high for me for Pods, but it might be the price of, the going rate. I don't know.
Evan,
or they could tell him to wait.
Right. Do you tell him to wait? And does he wait? The fan base, when it comes to Pods, and I thought Pods played some good basketball post All-Star break. I really do. The turnovers went down. He shot better, and he was available for all 82. And on this team,
you know what? That's a great point.
I mean, you need somebody to play. No, he was available every single game. So I personally like Pods a lot better than it seems like most of the fan base does. But that extension talk will come. Yeah, you're going to have to make a decision on that.
I mean, that's a great point. I mean, you can never count on a guy playing 82 games. But if you look at Pods, I mean, 74, 64, 82. You know he's going to play 70 games. And you know who else I trust? I trust Santos. I think Santos is going to be durable.
Yep.
So, and you might be like, well, they're one guy's a seventh man, one guy's a ninth man. Well, if you're going to put together a team that's going to load manage the hell out of it, then Pods and Santos become even more important because they're going to have to, I don't want to say carry you, but they're going to have to take a big load when those other guys are resting.
Santos at $5 million.
I don't mind that.
It's an absolute bargain.
Yeah.
I joked around saying his agent maybe should be fired with the way he played over the last 2 months of the season. And heck, in that Clippers game, Curry did his thing. Draymond shut down Kawhi. Horford was really good. Guys who got slept on was Pods and Guy Santos in that basketball game. You go look back and look at that box score and look at the way they played and filled their roles. They were really good in that game against the Clippers in the play-in game.